guys, welcome back to my channel. I am very excited about this video for a few reasons. One of which is because I'm going to be talking about my Nordstrom anniversary sale wish list, which, let's be real, this is a sale that comes around once a year, and I start planning for it at the end of the sale the previous year. So I've basically been budgeting and thinking about the sale since last August. The second thing that I'm so excited about is that I'm actually doing this in partnership with Nordstrom. So thank you so much to Nordstrom. I'm very excited about just telling y'all what I am excited about getting. Let's be real and preface this wish list with saying it is excessive. There is absolutely no way I'm getting everything on this wish list. I'm not even going to talk about everything on the wish list. It's so many items. I will link everything on my wish list down in my description box, but there's no way I'm talking about all of it. I'm going to hit the high points, the things I'm really looking at, but I have set a budget. I always stick to that budget. And trust me, the budget does not encompass over 50 things. A couple of these things might actually be recommendations as well, because they are things that I typically get every single Nordstrom anniversary sale. So we're going to have a couple of those strewn in as well. Real quick, some details about the sale as far as when you can shop. If you are a card member, you can shop starting August 13th. If you are a super duper high card member, one of those highfalutin ones, you can shop even sooner. I am not. I'm a card member, but I'm not one of the high ones. I will be able to shop August 13th, and I will need every bit of that time to whittle down this wish list. If you are not a card member, you can start shopping on August 19th, and the sale goes through August 30th. So let's go ahead and jump into this excessive wish list. I will be putting timestamps down in the description box. So if you only care about jeans, you can go to that. If you only care about makeup, you can go to that, and so on. And I've scooted over a little bit because I will be popping pictures in of everything that I talk about. So let's go ahead and get started with makeup, because I know some of y'all are very excited about the makeup. And I honestly don't have a ton of makeup products this year. I don't know why. I think maybe because I'm just realized that I absolutely need nothing. One of the things that is a staple for me pretty much every year is whatever Tom Ford palette set they released with the sale. This year it is a set that is comprised of the quad burnished amber, which is really pretty. It looks like some bronze and burgundy colors, and then it has two mini lipsticks. And basically, this is not on sale. It is a quad that you get two free mini lipsticks with, because it is $88, which is the price of their quads normally. And it comes with Casablanca and Scarlet Rouge lipsticks, which are both a little bit darker than I tend to go for, but I do like having options. Even though I am a nude lip girl, I like to have those options, and I like that they're in minis, because I will never go through an entire red lipstick. I mean, let's be real. So that is definitely on my list. Another staple that I get almost every year is from Revitalash. And they always, at least ever since I've been shopping the sale, have done a buy one, get one free. So it is $98, which is the cost of one Revitalash, which is my lash serum that I use. I get asked about that a lot, but you get two, and that basically lasts me all year. So those are two pretty much definites on my list. And then the only other two makeup items that I have is a travel mini lip set from YSL. And again, these are a little bit darker than I usually go for, but they are, again, travel size. They're minis, and I like to have options that won't go bad. So it's absolutely a perfect set, in my opinion. I do like YSL lipsticks. And then the final thing, I'm looking down at my computer here, sorry I look down so much, is the Trish McEvoy kind of bundle. Now, this is the most expensive makeup thing that I have. It's $198, but it does come with quite a few things. It has a full-size Illuminate cream, a moisture stick, one of their planners, which is like a eyeshadow, bronzer, highlight, blush palette, mascara, an eye lift, and an eye base. So I've never tried anything from Trish McEvoy. So I felt like this was, something to look into, even though it is a little bit on the higher end of my makeup budget. You get so much within that cost. So that is pretty much all of my makeup items. I do have a few skincare. And when I say skincare, I really mean devices. The first is the most expensive thing on my wish list. So I'm really gonna have to dig down deep and decide whether I wanna get this. So if any of y'all have tried it, please let me know. But it is the Dr. Dennis Gross DRX Spectralite Facewear Pro LED Light Therapy Device Set. That was a mouthful. It is basically the LED mask from Dr. Dennis Gross, which is regularly $435 on its own. With this set, you get the mask and a full-size vitamin C serum. So I'm not getting it for the vitamin C serum. It's a nice little bonus, but I really want to try this mask. I get red light therapy every time I get a facial, and I really have been wanting to incorporate it into my at-home treatments. So I am very curious about this. So let me know if you have tried it. And then if I don't get the mask, I am looking at the New Face Fix and Mini Facial Toning Device Set. So again, this is another set, and it is the New Face Toning Device, but it looks like it also comes with the New Face Eye Toning Device, and they are smaller versions. And it comes with a gel primer and then I think a new serum that they have. I know New Face is something that you have to use like every single day to see results, and I'm okay with that because I'm pretty committed to treatments like that, so I don't think I would have an issue doing it. It's just, do I want that or do I want the Dr. Dennis Gross? So those are the two kind of skincare devices that I'm looking at. Now let's get into more of the clothing that I have on my wish list. To kind of summarize my style, I have like two favorite outfits. One of them is yoga pants and a t-shirt. I mean, let's be real. That's what I live in. Another, like my favorite go-to outfit is like ripped, extremely ripped, either boyfriend or skinny jeans, an oversized white v-neck t-shirt, a really cool purse, and really nice heels. Okay, that is like my perfect outfit. So I think a lot of my choices are going to reflect that. I am not a huge dress wearer. I'm going to talk about a couple of dresses. I am very casual in my style. So let's go ahead and start out with jeans and pants. And I say pants because it's not all jeans. It's the bottom half of the body. I do have a couple pairs of jeans and I can't decide between either one of them. The first is from 7 for All Mankind, and it's their Shoreline Drive. I don't know if that's the color or if that's the style, but I will have it popped up and of course linked. And the reason that I kind of stopped on this was because A, it's boot cut, and I have so many skinny jeans. I just do not need another pair, even though I do have a pair on my wish list. But I really don't need another pair. And I love the pockets. The pockets are so cute on this. I like the color. I pretty much like everything. I've had 7 for All Mankind jeans before, and I like them. So that is why I looked at that. It is normally $168, and it is going to be on sale for $99. And then the other are by frame, and they're a little bit more expensive. They're $146.90, but they're normally $220. And what made me stop on this is the way this chick's butt looks. I mean, let's just be honest. It looks good in these jeans. And I'm like, I don't know if it's just because she has a great butt to begin with, but maybe it can do that for mine too. So that's why it went on the wish list. And again, I have, a pair of skinny jeans that I will also link. But as far as other pants, a staple product that I get every year is some Zella leggings. I love Zella leggings. If I travel, that's what I have on. They're very comfortable. They suck you in at all the right places. I absolutely love them. So I always get a pair of the long ones. I have a couple of the black, and so I'm looking at the color Gray Forged, and they're normally $59, and they're on sale for $38.90. I do have a pair of Spanx leggings that I will link. I don't know, they're a little bit more expensive. I've never tried Spanx leggings, so if you have, let me know. And then I have a few jogger pants on my list I can't decide between. They're both from Zella. They're both black, so I really need to look into why they're different to begin with. But I have both of them on my list. One is about $11 more than the other, so I'll look into that more, but I love a good pair of jogger pants. I run errands in jogger pants. I lounge around the house in jogger pants. I just love them. So definitely had to have a couple of those on my wish list for sure. That pretty much wraps up the bottoms. Let's talk about dresses real quick before we get into tops. Again, I'm not a huge dress person. However, the good Lord willing, we are supposed to be going to Hawaii in September. Don't know if it's going to be postponed. If it is, it wasn't meant to happen now anyways, and I'm okay with it. But even though I have quite a few dresses already. You know, when you go on a trip like that, you want to buy some new stuff. So I have a few things in mind. The first one that's pretty much a given is from a brand called Tahari, and it is their star neck cap sleeve stretch crepe sheath dress. These names. It is just basically a little black dress, and it is a sheath dress, so it kind of just lays, although it does cinch in a little bit at the waist. I love cap sleeves. I love cap sleeves. They just are so flattering in my opinion. And this has a really nice V-neck with a couple of notches on the side. It's just a nice little black dress to have. I don't think you can have too many little black dresses in your arsenal. It's regularly $128 and it will be $69.90. And then another dress that I thought looked cute is by a brand called Julia Jordan, and it is the mod striped ruffle trim midi dress. This is only has one color. It's in the orange multicolor. And I just kind of like the looks of it. I like the print. I'm not typically a huge print person on dresses, but I actually like this one. I like the neckline. You will see I like things that come up the neck. It's just something that I'm drawn to. And this is cute. Now, the only other thing, I have a couple other dresses I will link, but this is actually not a dress. It's a jumpsuit. And I can tell you, I have never in my life worn or even tried on a jumpsuit. And they are so cute. I see people wearing them, and I'm like, that is so flattering and so cute. And I've never done it. I have no idea why. But this is from Harper Rose, and it is the Ruffle Plunge Neck Crepe Jumpsuit. It's in the color navy, and it's got just enough definition of the ruffle and a nice like belt to give it a little bit of oomph without being overboard. And I just think with a really pretty pair of like nude heels, this would look absolutely gorgeous. So that is on my list to try just because I have never tried it. And I feel like they're pretty versatile as to where you can wear them. So let's talk about tops, shall we? I have quite a few tops on my wish list. I have some sweatshirts, I have some sweaters, I have one actual blouse because I am typically a sweatshirt and sweater and t-shirt girl. One sweatshirt that just looks so comfy cozy is from Zella. Again, you'll see that I'm just really attracted to this brand. And it's just called the Amazing Crew Neck Sweatshirt. So it's typically $69. It's going to be on sale for $45.90. And it just looks like an oversized soft sweatshirt. I'm looking at the color pink silver heather, which is just different enough for me. And I like it because it looks long enough to wear with leggings and just soft enough to wear all day long every day, which is typically what I do when I find a favorite sweatshirt. So that is high on the list in my sweatshirt top category. Another sweatshirt I am looking at is by a brand called Aloe. I think that's how you pronounce it, A-L-O. And it is the Freestyle Mock Neck Sweatshirt. Another thing you will see is that I do love mock neck things. Mock turtlenecks, I've always loved that. I've always loved things that come up high in the fall and winter for some reason. This is a much shorter sweatshirt, so it's not one that I would wear with leggings. However, the model has it on with some like workout pants. I would prefer wearing this with something like jeans and tennis shoes or something, but I love the color. It's called Glass Blue Heather. And it's just this really pretty sky blue color. And I like to wear colors like that in the winter because I tend to reach for like blacks and grays the most, which can just be sort of like, you know, when it's cold. So I like to brighten things up a little bit if I can. And so that's why I'm liking these pinks and blues in sweatshirts. As far as sweaters go, there's a couple that I am seriously looking at, a couple others that I love. I will talk about the serious ones and link the others. While I do love high neck things, I also adore an off-the-shoulder sweater. I just think there's something so classic about that. And I'm looking at one from a brand called Chelsea 28, and it is the ribbed off-the-shoulder sweater. It's going to be $49.90. It's going to also be $75 after the sale. And I'm looking at the color Pink Smoke. Again, I'm trying to stay away from the grays and blacks because my closet is so full of them. But this one just looks like a really classic, pretty off-the-shoulder sweater that can easily be dressed up with a gorgeous like long necklace, some really pretty heels, still wear jeans with it because you're never going to find me in something other than jeans. I don't want to say never, but rarely. It just caught my eye. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about is from the brand Free People, which I love, and it is a mock neck sweater. More specifically, It is the Afterglow mock neck top. I just said weird. This one looks more like a turtleneck than the sweatshirt that I recently showed. It's $128 after the sale, and it's on sale for $84.90. I like this for a couple of reasons. I like that it's a little bit shorter in the front and longer in the back. I think that's a flattering cut. I don't always prefer it, but for something that I'm going to wear with jeans, I really like it. I do have 4 colors in this: a really pretty lilac, a blue, a black, but I'm looking at the ivory because there's colors I think that suit everybody. And I personally have 2 colors that I feel like I look the best in, and ivory/white is definitely one of them. So even though it's harder to keep clean, I wanted to get something in that color family, and I really like this top. Along the lines with sweaters, I almost always get a cardigan, and most of the time I always get one from Barefoot Dreams, but I have Barefoot Dreams cardigans. So I'm like, do I really need another Barefoot Dreams cardigan? Even though one is on my wish list. I saw this one from the brand called All Saints, and it's the Cortina Beige, that's the color, rib knit Ruana cardigan. So this is more of like a outfit cardigan to me. It's not so much as one that's going to keep me really warm. It doesn't look like it anyways, or one that I'm gonna like snuggle up on the couch with like I would a Barefoot Dreams. But I do like accessorizing with cardigans on outfits, and this is very pretty. I like the way it hangs and drapes, and I appreciate the color too, because again, I have enough black and gray cardigans to last my lifetime. And then finally, the only really blouse that I have on my wish list is from One State, and it is the flutter sleeve smocked neck blouse. So you will see it comes up a little bit higher on the neck, which I love. And I just like the fact that this is a blouse that has a little bit more detail to it without being overdone. It comes in, I think, 5 colors. I'm actually looking at the black because I like to work in these kind of blouses. They're not overly hot to work in, and they still look classy and professional. And I always, at least for the top half, like to have black on when I work. So I'm looking at that, $79 after the sale, $44.90 during. And I will link the other tops that I'm looking at down below. Now let's talk about jackets. Again, something I normally always get. I don't think I got one last year, which was unfortunate. I think the one that I really wanted sold out super fast. But I have quite a few on my list, and I'll talk about my top 2, one of which is not going to be a jacket for super cold weather. It's very lightweight, but it is so cute and so up my alley. It's from Blanc Noir, and it is the reversible bomber jacket. I love a bomber jacket. I love it so much. It makes me feel like I should be in Top Gun, which is totally showing my age, but I grew up watching that like every week. It was my dad's favorite movie. And I just love the look of a bomber jacket. This one is, again, reversible. It is not heavy. So it's going to be more for the fall for me. And I'm looking at the camo ink. So on one side, it is like a navy blue. On the other, it is a camo. I would probably keep it on the camo, but I love that it has the reversible option. It's $179 after the sale, $99.90 during. Another jacket that really, this is more of a coat. Oh, it's so pretty. It's a little bit more expensive. It's $329 after the sale, $199 during. But it is the Avec les Filles Houndstooth Faux Fur Coat. It's a black and white houndstooth, and I just think it's so classic. My dad would not like this because houndstooth always reminds him of Bear Bryant, and we are not Alabama fans. We are Tennessee fans, so he probably wouldn't love it, but I just love the look of it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. That's pretty much all of the clothes that I'm going to talk about before we get into like glasses and jewelry. But I did want to talk about kind of a random intimate type sock category. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about or what I'm going to call it. But I'm going to talk about bras and socks in this category. And I'm not going to talk about too many socks because, come on, it's socks. But I have to talk about the Barefoot Dream socks. They are fabulous. So good. I have a couple pair of them, and I live in them in the winter, and they always have them for sale during the grocery sale. And I'm looking at the black multi-pack. I mean, it's $19 for 2 pairs of socks, but it's the fluffy kind that you can wear multiple times. They're soft. They're warm. I have perpetually cold feet, especially in the fall and winter, and I always have to have something on them. So I will be getting those. Love some barefoot dream socks. So I wanted to add that as part of my wish list, but also as a recommendation. I also am looking at a bra. I don't think I've ever bought bras from the Nordstrom sale, but this one caught my eye. It's from the brand Natori, and it's the Bliss Perfection Contour Soft Cut Bra. This doesn't have an underwire, and I typically go for underwire bras. I wear 34 double D, so I like to have support. But the reason that this caught my eye was because of the very thick elastic at the bottom and the way it scoops way far down in the back, but it still has a lot of coverage right here. I cannot stand any kind of rolls coming out under my bra line, whether it be on the front or the back. I can't stand it. I mean, it's like, I don't like it. So this looks like it would prevent that from happening. And, you know, it's on sale for $37.90, so that's not bad for a bra at all. So I'm really looking at that as well. Okay, it looks like we have glasses, jewelry, and shoes. Let's go ahead and talk about the shoes before we get into the accessories. I do typically always buy some shoes during the sale. Most of the time I'll get a good pair of heels and a good pair of boots. And those are two that I'm going to talk to you about. While I have more on my wish list, these are the ones that are on the highest part of that list. The pair of heels that I'm looking at are by Charles David, the Max Pointed Toe Pump, and I'm looking at the black plaid fabric. Last year, I got the most glorious pair of nude pumps from Karl Lagerfeld, and I wear them all the time. This year, I wanted something with a little bit more of a print on it. I love the fabric aspect of this. I love the plaid print. Even though it is a print, it will go with a ton of things. So it's definitely high on the list because, again, I do love to buy a good pair of heels every year. And the boots I'm looking at are very different from last year's boots. I got a pair of Hunter rain boots last year. This year I'm looking at boot boots. And this is the Timberland Ellendale water resistant hiker boot. It takes me back to middle school and high school when all we would wear in the early 90s were those dark brown, smoothed over Timberland boots. Like, everybody wore them. Everybody had the same shoes. Boys, girls, it didn't matter. We all had those Timberland shoes. And I don't think I've had a pair of Timberland boots since then. But I love the looks of these boots. I love the size of the sole. I love the red laces. I love the height of them as far as how, you know, high they go up on your ankles. Love them so much. And for $79.90, I think that's a steal. They're $119.95 after the sale. I will link the other shoes that I'm looking at. Let's go ahead and get into glasses, sunglasses, and jewelry, and that will finish off my wish list. I got two pair of sunglasses last year. I got a pair of Key sunglasses, and then I got the Tom Ford Raquel glasses, which I wear every single day, and I should for how much they cost. But they are the only pair of kind of luxury glasses that I have ever owned, and I absolutely adore them. I thought, you know what? I want to look into some other glasses. The Raquel ones that I have are black. So I was looking at something that's a little bit different than black. Even though I have a couple on my wish list that are black, the two that I'm going to talk about are not. The first is by Tory Burch, and it's the 57 millimeter gradient square sunglasses. So both the ones I'm going to talk about are square. One thing I have to have with sunglasses is a big area that they cover. Like, I like big glasses. I do not like the skinny ones. I don't think they look good on my face shape. And another thing that I look for is something without nose pieces. I can't wear nose pieces without it just digging in and hurting my nose. I love Ray-Ban sunglasses, but I just can't wear them because of the nose pieces. So these don't have a nose piece. They are big enough. They're really pretty color. They have a small little emblem of Tory Burch on the side, but otherwise they're not like gaudy with the brand, which I appreciate. And again, they're like a tortoise shell. So it's different than the black ones that I wear every day, which is what I'm looking for. The next ones, while those were only $99.90, the next ones are higher on the price spectrum when it comes to glasses, and the most expensive ones that I have on my list. But they are oh so cool looking. And they're from Dior, and they're the Stella Air 59 millimeter square sunglasses. Again, they're square, but they are crystal gray gradient is the color. And you'll be able to see it's got like a clear rim and then this really pretty gray gradient lens. Now, you can already tell that you're going to be able to see your eyes through this. And typically, I didn't like that before, but the Raquels, you can see it too, see the eyes through that, and it's grown on me. Now, these are $350 after the sale, and they're going to be on sale for $233.90. So while they're less than what I spent on my Tom Ford ones, they're still way more than the Tory Burch and more expensive than the couple other pair I have on my list. So I have to think about them, but they're by far the coolest looking. So again, I got to weigh my pros and cons here. But if y'all have ever had Dior sunglasses, let me know how they've held up, how you like them. Also, if you have had Tory Burch sunglasses, that'll help me make my decision too. And finally, let's talk about jewelry. I don't have a ton of jewelry on my list. I'm just going to talk about 2 pair of earrings and link the rest. I'm not a huge jewelry person. I do like the occasional necklace. I have some that I love for how they look, and I have a couple sentimental ones, but I just don't wear a ton. I used to wear earrings all the time. I used to wear big earrings all the time. And then I just kind of grew out of that phase. And if I'm going to wear them, I like to wear studs or smaller hoops, which is what I have on my wish list. A pair of studs, and the one that I'm seriously looking into, are from Tory Burch, and they are the circle logo stud earrings in the color gold silver. So I like, again, that they're studs, they're small. I love that they are gold and silver, and I don't have to worry about making sure that I incorporate another color. Now, I know that doesn't really matter anymore. People can wear gold and silver necklaces together. I get it. It's like something that's been ingrained in me ever since I was little. My mom was like, don't mix silver with gold. And so I've always, if I've had like watches that have metal, or I will make sure to get gold and silver watches so that I just feel like it goes with everything. So I love that these earrings are both gold and silver. And they are $46.90 during the sale, originally $78. And then another pair of a little bit bigger hoops that I'm looking at are from Kendra Scott. I have 2 necklaces from Kendra Scott, and I love them, but I don't have any earrings. And these are the rhodium, and I don't know if that's the color or if that's the style, but I will again have them linked. And they are just smaller hoops. They're different enough because they have the chain link style to them, but they're not too big. They are silver, and I just like them. They just caught my eye, and they look like me. If I'm going to wear hoops, this is the kind of hoop I'm going to be wearing. After the sale, they're $58. During, it's $37.90. That is my long-winded Nordstrom anniversary sale wish list. If y'all stuck through that to the very end, go you. Thank you. If you use timestamps, that's okay too, because this is going to be a long video. So hopefully you enjoyed it, got some ideas. Let me know what is on your wish list down in the comment section below. And again, be sure to check out the description box for all the details on the sale, as well as links to everything in my wish list, not just what I talked about today. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. I hope you are all staying healthy, safe, and sane, and that most of all, you go out and have a very blessed day.